Justin, first and foremost, Road America. It's God's country, beautiful track. What are your thoughts about it?
You know, the racetrack at Road America is one of the nicest facilities we go to, as far as not only the track but the surrounding areas, just the facility in itself, and the fans. I mean, we get some of the best fans up here whenever we come out and race, and that's what makes it fun for us. You know, if there was nobody there to watch us, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So it's really cool to see how much fun we have, you know, during the race weekend. And last year we were close, so I was hoping we'd get it just because of how cool of a racetrack it is.
Do you want me to bring up last year, or should I avoid it?
We can talk about last year. You know, we had a really strong car and was leading the race on the last lap. The caution came out. Technically, we won the race. All we had to do was make it back around to the start-finish line. And if I'd had about a half a gallon of gas, we'd have done that. Unfortunately, that gas was nowhere to be found and ran out of fuel and didn't get the victory. So that was a tough one to swallow. But at the same time, it was encouraging. My road racing skills are a little bit less than to be desired. You know, I don't have a whole lot of experience on road racing type tracks, so you know, to come up here and run that well was really cool. And I've always loved road racing. I just need to figure out how to be a little bit better at it. So I think that was the start of me understanding a little bit better, and hopefully we get right back into that rhythm.
Is it one of the, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is it one of the more helpless feelings? Because if you spin or whatever, okay, it's on you as a driver. But something like that, it's just like, oh, you're so close.
Well, you know, one of the things now that is a little bit frustrating is you know, I killed the engine to save fuel, and that it wouldn't refire from that. So, okay, well, if I hadn't killed it, would it have kept running? You know, there's so many scenarios that play into it. But, you know, we look a couple weeks before that, and we were at Chicagoland Speedway. Carl Edwards ran out of gas on the last lap. Passed him. As soon as I passed him, we ran out of gas, and I coasted across the finish line and still won the race. So for every time that it bites you, it's going to help you too. At least you hope it does. So, you know, as tough of a pill as it is to swallow, it's racing. And I think that's what makes our sport so interesting, is the fact that everybody's on a different strategy. Everybody's got a different plan, and you hope God's on your side that day, because you need all the help you can possibly get.
You learned about it probably later because you were dealing with your own issue, but was that one of the more bizarre finishes that you can remember? Because then you've got guys like almost practically racing under yellow to try to figure out who won the race.
Well, I think, you know, road racing in that circumstance is something that we all know can happen. And, you know, it being such a big racetrack as it is, I'm sure guys were hoping that there wasn't a camera positioned in the right spot to catch what they were doing. You know, and it's tough because when you have a big racetrack like that, obviously you've got less transponder loops per square foot. You've got less cameras to see all the angles. And I think that poses a little bit of a challenge to NASCAR. But they do a great job. And last year they made the right call. I mean, the right guy won the race. You know, we had onboard footage. You could see the flashing lights as soon as I ran out of gas. So it definitely was the right call. It's just a shame that we weren't. It's a shame that we weren't in front to have to worry about getting back around there.
Third in the points, correct? Last year?
We're fifth. Third last year.
Yeah, and fifth this year.
Fifth this year.
Do you pride yourself on being consistent? It just seems like you're obviously clicking off good results.
You know, I think one of the cool things for me is that the last few years that we've been in the Nationwide Series, I don't believe we finished outside the top 5 or 6 in points. That really makes me feel good. Obviously, you wanna win the championship and keep going, but it's nice to know that we're able to run up front, you know, week in and week out and be competitive. And you can always do more. You can always win more races and have better finishes. But I got a great group of guys behind me at Turner Motorsports and the whole Brent Racing family. So definitely give it 100% every week, and whatever happens, happens.
I won't say big breakthrough. Are you waiting for your next breakthrough?
You know, I think one of the things that is good and bad about our sport is things kind of come in waves. And sometimes you get on a high wave and you ride it all the way to shore, and you got to paddle back out there and get the next one. And so yeah, you know, I'm hopeful that the next big break will come. We can, you know, have some good luck, maybe get a cup opportunity every now and again. But at the same time, I'm having a lot of fun doing what I do. I enjoy the sport and what it's about and the people that are around it. So I can't complain a whole lot.
And you were pretty honest, Justin, about how, you know, road racing isn't quite your forte. So what do you like about Road America, and what absolutely drives you nuts?
There's really nothing that drives me nuts other than there's always like 2 or 3 tenths of a second that I can't figure out how some of the other faster guys get. You know, but at the same time, the facility there, like I said, it's amazing. If you haven't already gotten tickets to come out and watch, you really need to, because just in talking to a lot of people that have been to a lot of racetracks all over the country, ovals and road tracks alike, they leave there with just a really good feeling and enjoy it. So for me, I don't have anything that I can say that's negative. I enjoy the racetrack. I love the fact that there's high speed parts of the racetrack. You know, coming down into what we count as turn 3. I think it's technically turn 5 if you go by the track map. You know, you're running 80 plus miles an hour getting down into that corner, all the way down to, if you want to, first gear at about 15 or 20 miles an hour. You know, that's a great corner. It's a lot of action. It's just a cool place to race, and I think that's what makes it so much fun.
Last thing is, do you have to retrain your brain to turn right?
Absolutely. You know, I think the one of the hardest things we do is, you know, I grew up racing dirt, so I know how to turn right. It's just usually to keep from spinning out, not to actually turn that way. So, we got the fortune of going testing a couple of weeks ago. I stayed on course all day, ran some pretty good lap times, so that's a plus, and I think that's the goal for Saturday, is to figure out how to be as fast as I can, but staying on the track is a big deal. You know, you don't want to have to come down pit road and wipe the grass off the grill and get a set of fresh Goodyears. You want to make sure that you're out there and you're doing your thing every lap, and to finish first you must finish is always the old adage. So definitely make sure that we're there at the end.